Plug-in hybrids are the perfect option if you want an electric vehicle, but you're not quite sure if you're ready to go all in on the EV lifestyle. Now, this redesigned 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV promises to get you the smooth, silent, efficient operation of an electric, plus the long range and quick refueling of internal combustion. So let's find out if this overhauled SUV really is the best of both worlds, or if it's less than the sum of its parts. And I'll clue you in here in the intro, it really is very good. Now in its second generation, this plug-in hybrid SUV is, not surprisingly, based on the conventional Outlander, which went on sale about a year and a half ago. That vehicle's introduction proved to be an inflection point for the Mitsubishi brand. The new Outlander helped rejuvenate this automaker's tarnished image and dramatically improved its sales. Even though it has a unique powertrain, this PHEV is ultimately still a reskinned version of the Nissan Rogue. The structure, interior controls, infotainment system, shifter, and countless other components are all borrowed from Nissan, which is not necessarily a bad thing. If you look carefully, it's pretty easy to spot this Mitsubishi's Rogue roots, but aside from the special hybrid powertrain, design is what sets this Outlander apart. Let's take a quick look at the 2023 Outlander PHEV's exterior styling, and if you are familiar with the combustion-powered Outlander, nothing will surprise you here. Up front, we have the Mitsubishi brand's signature dynamic shield design theme, which is aggressive and distinctive, and I've got to say, it looks a lot more attractive in person than it does in either photos or video, so if you're kind of on the fence, check out the Outlander in person before making a judgment. Now up front we have standard LED headlamps, which are in these large housings right here, and then of course above we have much more angular, much narrower lamp assemblies, and those are for the DRLs and the turn signals. Moving along the side of the vehicle, base versions come with 18-inch wheels, though pretty much every other model in the range should roll on very stylish 20-inch rims. Another unique feature of the Outlander plug-in is that you get these lovely badges on the front doors so that everyone in traffic knows you are driving an alternatively fueled vehicle, a plug-in hybrid. Moving further, rearward on the driver's side, we have the fuel filler door, which of course is where you put the gasoline, so you can enjoy this plug-in hybrid's full range. Moving rearward, not a whole lot to say about the back of this vehicle, although it is very clean and I think stylish, even better looking than the front end. And of course, coming along to the passenger side rear fender, we have the charging port door, which opens just like that. And as you can see, we have a couple of outlets. On the left here is your J plug for level 1 and level 2 charging like you might do at home. And then of course for DC fast charging, which is something you don't often get with plug-in hybrids, Mitsubishi has included a CHAdeMO port, which is a very unusual choice, but still it's nice to have the ability to DC fast charge your plug-in hybrid, even if the charging port is not perhaps the most modern standard out there. Where the Outlander really shines, however, is inside. This SUV's cabin is beautifully designed and solidly constructed. The dashboard is clean and elegant, plus the materials used are excellent for this class of vehicle. I particularly like the black and tan color scheme, as well as the quilted stitching on the seats and door panels. Overall, this interior is noticeably nicer than what you get in the Ford Escape PHEV and Toyota RAV4 Prime, this Mitsubishi's primary plug-in rivals, and yes, it is even a step above the Nissan Rogue. The Outlander's front bucket chairs are plenty comfortable and even offer massage functionality. Unlike other small SUVs, this one comes with a standard third-row seat. Now, don't get too excited. This rearmost bench will realistically only accommodate children, and small ones at that, but it's still nice to have in an emergency. Two displays are found on the dashboard, a standard and very pleasant 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, and then there's a 9-inch center touchscreen. The Outlander's infotainment system supports smartphone mirroring through Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, the latter of which can connect wirelessly. For added versatility, the Outlander PHEV features a 1500-watt power outlet in the cargo area, something that is always nice to have, and that socket is potent enough to run a vacuum cleaner, hairdryer, or even a coffee maker. When you stop and think about it, internal combustion engines and electric motors, they really go together like cake and ice cream. They're an excellent combo, though fortunately it's one that won't raise your blood sugar. Under the hood, we have 248 system horsepower and an impressive 332 pound-feet of torque. That comes courtesy of an 85 kilowatt front motor and a 100 kilowatt motor at the rear that, of course, powers those back tires and gives you standard all-wheel drive. We also have a 2.4-liter MyVec 4-cylinder engine. This is a Mitsubishi-sourced engine. If you remember the conventional Outlander, which is basically a reskinned Nissan Rogue, that features a 2.5-liter gasoline engine that is actually sourced from Nissan. We have a single-speed transmission in this vehicle, and overall the hybrid drivetrain is kind of similar to Honda's. There's a lot going on. And in certain situations, there's a clutch that will engage that allows the engine to directly power the front wheels past a certain speed. But in other driving situations, the engine is running a generator that feeds electricity into the rest of the system that powers the electric motor. So it can switch between these different modes. There's a lot going on. It's super complicated, but all you really need to know is that this drivetrain actually works very well. It's smooth, it's reasonably refined and responsive, and it moves this vehicle quite well. Also, stop-start events for the gasoline engine are imperceptible. Oftentimes you have no idea the thing is even running. Of course, in certain situations, the engine's voice can be heard, though it's generally not intrusive. This Mitsubishi SUV offers 4 separate powertrain modes. There's Normal, which balances performance and efficiency for everyday use. EV runs the Outlander solely on the battery unless you floor the accelerator, at which point the engine will start to provide more oomph. Save preserves electric range so it can be used later, and Charge allows you to replenish the battery while driving or stationary. Beyond all that, there are 7 different drive modes selectable via the big dial on the center console. There's Normal, Tarmac, Gravel, Snow, Mud, Eco, and Power. Each one adjusts the vehicle's performance and handling for varying conditions, though I'm not sure how many drivers will actually use this feature. So Mitsubishi has a giant muddy field that they're actually letting us drive the Outlander PHEV around in here to really test the all-wheel drive system. Remember, this vehicle comes standard with 4-corner traction, and in the mud driving mode, this thing really lets you get sideways and kick up a lot of dirt. I'm making a mess of this vehicle. I gotta tell you, I'm glad I'm not the one that has to wash this after this little excursion here. But you roll on the throttle, the engine's screaming away, and of course, the 100 kilowatt motor mounted at the rear is what powers those back wheels, and it lets you get surprisingly sideways for what is basically a family vehicle. So a lot of fun here. Now, of course, not a lot of people are going to be taking their Outlanders off-road, much less into a gigantic muddy field like this one. However, it's nice to know that you can do that. Running on internal combustion, expect 25 miles per gallon in city driving, 27 on the highway, and 26 mpg in mixed use. When the engine and electric motors are working together, the Outlander should return 64 mpge combined, that's miles per gallon equivalent. This Mitsubishi certainly is efficient, but the Escape plug-in and RAV4 Prime are both significantly more economical. The front-drive Ford is rated at 105 mpge and 40 miles per gallon combined, while the Toyota returns 94 and 38, respectively. The Outlander PHEV's battery pack can level 2 charge from a 240-volt AC power source in about 6.5 hours. DC fast charging through the CHAdeMO port can get you to 80% in about 38 minutes. And finally, you can use the internal combustion engine to replenish the battery while driving or stationary. Officially, that should take you 94 minutes to get up to 80%, but in real-world use, it's actually much faster, requiring anywhere between 30 and 40 minutes. With a full tank of gas on board, the Outlander PHEV has a theoretical maximum range of 420 miles, and my bladder ain't gonna last that long, so that's a pretty good figure. When the battery is full as well, it's a 20 kilowatt hour lithium ion pack. That provides an estimated 38 miles of electric-only range, which puts this vehicle right in the heart of the market because if you remember, the Toyota RAV4 Prime gets you 42 miles of range, and then of course the Ford Escape plug-in hybrid is rated at 37. And of course, as we always say, your mileage will vary. When my driving partner and I got in this vehicle this morning, it was fully charged and it was indicating 41 miles of range. So depending on weather and how you drive, you might even do better than 38. Mitsubishi has not released an official 0 to 60 time for this SUV, but some other publications have pegged it at about 6.5 seconds, which is a legitimately quick performance. Now, I'm not so sure this vehicle will do the deed in less than 7 seconds, but I've got to tell you, in normal everyday driving, it feels plenty quick, especially when you put it in power mode. You have tons of torque, the powertrain is reasonably smooth and refined, and you've got no trouble getting this thing up to speed. Like other electrified vehicles, you can adjust how aggressive the regenerative braking is in this SUV. They've got a couple paddles here on the steering wheel, so that is very easy to do. It goes from almost nothing to really quite aggressive, though if you want to go all in and maximize your regen, there is a separate button right here on the center console that engages a feature called Innovative Pedal, which actually incorporates regenerative braking and friction braking based on different conditions and variables, and that gives you the most aggressive regenerative braking in the Outlander here. The Outlander plug-in is pleasant enough to drive with a well-controlled ride in a cabin that stays quiet. However, aside from its rear-biased all-wheel drive system, which can be fun in the right conditions, this vehicle isn't particularly sporty or involving. The steering is vague and the vehicle wanders noticeably. Also, the brake pedal is mushy and imprecise, yet somehow still grabby. A little more tuning work here would be appreciated. So, what does all of this triple diamond goodness cost? Well, a base ES version of the Outlander plug-in here is going to go for about $41,000, including $1,345 in destination fees, though of course if you do live in either Alaska or Hawaii, you're going to be paying a little bit more for delivery, about $1,470. But still, that means the 2023 Outlander PHEV is a little bit more affordable than a Toyota RAV4 Prime, though the Ford Escape plug-in hybrid does undercut this Mitsubishi by a little bit, though bear in mind that Ford plug-in does not even offer all-wheel drive, while it is standard in this vehicle right here. Now, if you load up an Outlander PHEV to the rafters, get every option that you can in the fanciest trim, you're going to be spending probably around about $51,000, which honestly is still a really good deal. With an excellent interior, a great blend of performance and efficiency, a standard third-row seat, and of course distinctive styling, there is a lot to like about this SUV, and I think you should test drive one if you're in the market for sort of a smaller utility vehicle. And basically, the Outlander PHEV, I kind of think of it as a better Nissan Rogue. Of course, Mitsubishi is an automotive brand that hasn't really been on drivers' radar for quite some time, and if you're concerned about buying a triple diamond vehicle, well, first of all, you shouldn't be, because the Outlander PHEV here comes standard with a 5-year, 60,000-mile basic warranty, and then you also get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain guarantee, so basically, it's impossible to make a mistake. Next up, watch our full review of the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Now, no, it is not a plug-in hybrid like this Mitsubishi, but it is one of the best, hands down, best electric vehicles you can buy today, so make sure you check out that full review by clicking the box right over here. You're welcome.